Hey guys, my name is Fairfax Felix, and I wanted to do kind of like an introduction video so you guys could get like a feel of who I am and what I'm about. Basically, I'm from Connecticut. I do costuming as much as I can. As of right now, I'm going through a little personal issue, both with myself and being a caregiver. Just kind of a quick view around. This is kind of like my fortress of solitude here. That is a poster that I won doing a there was a midnight showing of The Dark Knight, and this huge movie poster. I don't know if for size wise, that's my hand there, and that's how big this poster is, and it's kind of over my bed, but yeah, I'm a huge Batman fan. Huge Batman fan. Over here is a beautiful print that I believe I got from a Star Wars inspired tattoo show. But I absolutely adore Yoda. But I love what this print is about. Star Wars wise, this is a picture of Katie and R2KT. That is my reason to get up in the morning, is to just see just a smile on people's faces. Over this way. Do real quick this one. This is actually a picture I painted for a high school. I don't know if I can get it. I'm kind of corded here, but let's see. Let's go up and we'll go over. Yeah, this is a painting I did, and I am one of two of the first from my high school to get an award from the Connecticut Associations of Schools. I actually met Roberta. Oh, I can't remember her last name, but it is the actual person in the movie Music of the Heart is based on. Roberta, she was a violinist or something. Where am I? Ooh, lost you for a minute? No, I got you. Okay, so, let's see. Real quick, I think I have enough battery juice to disconnect for a minute. Went a little dark, but that's okay. So we'll go over this way. Oh, look, now you can see it a lot better over my shoulder there. And the cherry blossoms is I am an anime fan, but I haven't watched too many. Ruby, I watched a couple of episodes, but I don't have a lot. The only thing I have available as far as anime is like Full Metal Alchemist, Toonami, and anything that my friends have ever suggested to me. Naruto is one of my favorites because that's who I was at 13 running around Oxford. But yeah, okay. Up here, as you can see, I have a few things out. These are from, I believe, The Dark Knight Rises. This was very hard to find. This was the last one they had at Kmart, and I kind of took it and said, it's mine! So, up here I have El Jokers, Romero, Nicholson, and Ledger. And I guess I'm going to have to get a 4-frame and get Leto in there too. This right here, I actually got this at a retro convention. It was signed by Mr. Larry Kenny, which, that's me meeting him. Which, that was like a highlight of my life because I still have my original Lionel right there. Somewhere along the line I lost the glove. He's still got the sword, and I don't have the little battery pack that lights up the eyes, but he's still there. And that's my papa. And of course, random action figures with my Rory's Death Kiss pumpkin and puzzle. And eventually, I think I'm going to turn that into a Riddler hat. Let's see. There we go. That's interesting. This is all going. Like I said, I've been dealing with some personal matters for myself and being a caregiver, and it's finally taking its toll. I'm a huge wrestling fan, but I honestly don't have anything wrestling out to show for it. That it's not cool, but it is what it is. Other neat little tattoos, yeah. I have no tattoos. Anything neat I can actually show you? Oh, yeah. Along with Lionel. There he is. That is actually an original Gray Skull with my actual He-Man. And I think Skeletor actually fell inside. I think he's inside. Yeah. So that is like... That was like childhood regressed. The only other thing I have interesting wise is those. Now, someone's actually looking at them and saying, well, what the hell are they? They're actually badges from this one company that I actually love going to every single time I went to the old Super Mega Fest that was in the Sheridan up in Framingham. But Jennifer, if you are listening or you're looking at this later, you made your own Abishudo. I have an Abishudo because I love NCIS. And then, let's see if I can do this. Kind of pan my badges. I have a Batmobile badge. I have an Arkham staff badge. GCPD. Harley. And just a regular inmate and visitor. I don't know if those came out okay or not. Yes, no, maybe. Yeah. Okay, I think they came out fine. I'm looking at this backwards anyway. So... Oh, let's see. I'm going to try to do quick because I didn't have too many questions to actually answer. So I'm going to just go down the list that I wrote real quick on the side here of ones that were asked prior to this. I'm DC over Marvel. I'm equal between the Star Wars and the Star Trek. However, I do prefer Picard over Kirk. However, I prefer the original over Next Generation. And it's only by slight. It's only like slightly. I think they both hold a very intriguing way of looking at things and looking at the world. And I've always been one that said that we haven't had first contact yet because we're too barbaric. We're still killing each other. Why would an extraterrestrial want to come down, or someone from another planet want to come down and work with us if we're just going to just kill ourselves? It's just primitive. And I just hope we can actually achieve some sort of United States peace. I'm not even going to say world peace, It'd be nice to have world peace, but as long as we can try to get along with ourselves just in our own country, and then we can work on outward and really have that blueprint that all of Star Trek has shown us that is possible. It's absolutely very possible. Let's see. I love Harry Potter. I was sorted into Pottermore. I was actually sorted into Gryffindor, and then the newest one that they just had, I was sorted into Thunderbirds, which I guess is the American version. I don't know if that's American version Ravenclaw or what. I have no clue. Oh, why am I thinking about this? It's right here. My apologies. Let's see. Do I like the new Harley Quinn? Well, this was when the new 52 Harley Quinn came out with the blue and the red, and it's okay, but I prefer the original Harley. That and as far as updating this to the one that's coming out for Suicide Squad, I think they got an awesome actress. I hope she kept it going throughout the whole movie, but I'm not a fan of the look to her. That being said, let's see. Alright, let's see if we got some new questions. I've had this on and off a couple of times now. Let's see. Oh, look! I have new questions. I'll start with James's. What was your most rewarding experience from the times you worked with children at hospitals and other events while dressed as a Jedi or as another character? Let's see. I've had so many, and it's hard to put one over top of the others. I'll just mention one that stood out to me was we were doing a Star Wars where science meets imagination. It was basically at the Boston Science Museum. I think it was a science museum. I remember a big T-Rex and a huge globe in the museum, so I'm assuming it was a science museum, but it was basically showing how the tech from Star Wars was inspired by actual things. Like mostly it was very Vader heavy, to where the apparatuses, the fake limbs, the iron lung and whatnot, but it was nice. It was really a good thing. And I remember one of the times we were kind of all gathered in like the lobby area, and I think in like the lobby there was this big glass case of one of the models of the Star Destroyer, and this dad comes up to me and says he absolutely loves you guys. Can he get a picture with you? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So I went down, and I noticed this kid's got very dark glasses on, and he's reaching out forward. So I said, do you want to hold my lightsaber? And that's when the father took the picture, and he says he absolutely loves Star Wars. He's blind, but he absolutely loves Star Wars. And at that point, it was like, oh, for us, it's like we can see exactly what Mr. Lucas wanted us to see. These, for him, it was all up here. And I always loved that part of it, where it was recently that kind of entwined into the same thing. It was recently, I think Comcast did a Xfinity commercial where the little girl was blind, and she described how the Tin Man, this Scarecrow, and the Lion, they all looked, and what the road looked like, and it looked totally nothing like what the movie looked like. But that's what she sees in her mind, and it brought me back to that moment. So then all of a sudden there was like 3 or 4 of us around him, and it was just, and then he got a big picture with all that. So that one kind of sticks out because it was one of those beginning moments. This was before I did a lot of events. It was kind of like my toe into the water of the awesome things I would be doing as a Jedi. And hopefully, I mean, it doesn't rank real high. They're all very equal to all the experiences. But it's one of the ones that kind of just inches up maybe half an inch higher, because that was kind of like that moment I realized what I had got myself into, and it was great. I'll be honest with you, I can't say that recently. It's just too many changes. I'll just go at that. But I got another question, which is great. I love fresh questions. Give me fresh questions, people. Alright. What we got here? If money wasn't a factor, who is your dream cosplay? Oh, Matthews. If money wasn't a factor, who is your dream cosplay? Oh, man. I've had to rewrite that list up and down, left and right, 7 ways over. It's kind of tough. If money wasn't out. Probably a really intricate it's too many. I couldn't pick one, and I don't know. That is a very tough one. Because I'm such an over planner and adjust on the fly. I look at something, I do the Google foo is what they call it. And I plan out everything. Honestly, I don't think it would be a costume. It would be a prop. And yeah, it wouldn't be a costume. It would be a prop. If money wasn't an object, I would probably say I would want to build Grayskull. That's what I would do. If money wasn't an object, I would make a Grayskull where this was at least 7 feet. I would build this and bring it to a convention so people can get pictures in front of Castle Grayskull. Maybe have the flap down and just standing there with Castle Grayskull. So it wouldn't be a cosplay, it would be a prop. It would be a huge backdrop prop that I could probably use for, let's see. Probably charity. I'd probably still use it for charity. Lost the cord for some reason. Oops. There we go. Now we're in business again. And we're nice and bright again. But yeah, it would be the front of Castle Grayskull. So I could use it to collect donations for a charity event of the Scheimer family's choice. You have no idea the love I have for Masters of the Universe and He-Man. It is deep in the soul. Alright, next. I love these fresh questions. Keep bringing them on. David. Here's another good person. Who's trying to talk to me right now? Adina is trying to talk to me. Oh, how did the testing twins do today? I will answer that. Not in video, but I will answer that while I'm answering another question. So there's David's question, so I don't skip it. What's your dream destination for vacation? Oh, dream destination for vacation would probably be, and I am such a good guy. This is what my dream destination would be. Walt Disney World with my brother, my nephew, and my mother. My mom has wanted to take us to Disney World in the worst way. When me and my brother were younger, she wanted to do it. My parents just never financially could do it. And now that we have Junior, which he's like my little buddy now, it's one of those things I'd like to do for her. It wouldn't be for me. I couldn't come up with a dream destination from just myself. It'd have to be for the entire family. That would affect Mom. Sorry, just the way I am. But, I mean, if I couldn't go that route, a very close second would be to go home to Norway and see where my ancestors came from. See where the Christensen and Stanson, just look at the area, see if I can meet people. Third would probably be Ireland, Scotland, and just do the whole ancestry thing. Just just look, just to see where we came from. You know, I'm huge into ancestry and have found such amazing things, but I want to experience it. I want to go to these places. But I mean, top of the list would be Walt Disney World for my mom's sake. Let's see, Christian, what is your most challenging costume you made? What would you have done differently to it if you had to make it again? I actually took on the challenge of making a He-Man costume. And the muscle structure... I am not a bioanatomy person in any way, shape, or form. I will admit that. It didn't come out bad. But if I was to do it differently, I would definitely spring for the. I would actually definitely spring for someone who's a little bit better with that to make the bodysuit. I don't think I did too bad putting it in 2 sections. It looks good enough, but not perfect. And it's going to be the bane of my existence. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so no fresh questions. Alright, let me answer this question for Miss Adina, because it's not really a costuming question, but kind of a more let me just kind of say this. I am a huge divulge personal wise. If you're a sports fan, I love the Cowboys. I was born and raised a Cowboys fan. I was a Yankee fan up until the age of 29, and then I started watching Nesson and watching the Sox, and so in between the break, and I don't mean like the summer break or the spring break, I'm talking about in between, right after the World Series, all the way before they even started spring training, I had already told everybody, I said, okay, I'm now going to root for the Red Sox. But from like birth to the age of 29, I was a Yankee fan. And like I said, I got bored. And I switched over to the Nesson, and I found myself watching the Sox game more than the Yankee game. And I said, you know what? I'm having more fun watching that. Which I will show you in just a minute. I actually found an awesome piece. I love thrifting, and that's basically where I'm at right now for to knock off some of the costumes I have on a to-do list. But I actually found a decent jacket that I want to show you. Let me just answer this. Didn't say much. Alright. Alrighty, so anyone else? Any more questions? Nothing. Okay. Alright, I know this is a long pause. I'm sorry, I don't mean the long pause and everything, but this is kind of a personal question I need to get out of the way. Alright, so I'll try to do this as interesting as I can. So, I'm not a very interesting person when it comes to this kind of stuff. Christina is actually a little bit more interesting than I am when it comes to thrifting. If anything, I definitely want to get a Gryffindor students. Someone said I should do Harry Potter, but I kind of look more like Hagrid, but I hate being stereotypical. Okay, so this is like my big find today because I had to go down to the hospital and get myself checked out, personal wise. But I actually found two things, four things that really kind of blew my mind. And when I show you, keep in mind, $75. Okay, first thing, it's an authentic leather Major League Baseball jacket. I couldn't believe this because it's so hard for me to find. I don't have a lot of Boston stuff. Like I said, I had Yankee stuff. I don't have a lot of Boston stuff. But I found this jacket today. It's an extra large. It fits me perfectly. It's got all the championships on the back. Can you hear me? It's got all the championships on the back. But it's leather. Authentic. And I looked it over. It's not a knockoff. This is really from Major League. And like I said, $20. $20. Leather jacket that fits me for $20. And it's the socks. This is like my only piece of actual clothing that I have for the socks right now. My others is like a stocking cap and a beanie cap for the winter, so I can't really wear those during the summer. This isn't too bad, but it does get a little warm quick. Now, today is Canada Day. Oh, Canada. I can't sing. And one of my favorite wrestlers is Bret the Hitman Hart. I love the entire Hart family. From Bret to Owen to Davey Boy to Keith, Stu, Natalia, Tyson Kidd, all the way to oh my god, I can't remember his name, but Davey Boy's son there, Harry, one of those two. But it must have been divine intervention today because I found a Hitman jacket. This is like this cosplay. Like, I've done Taker, I've done old school Taker, but this cosplay has been on my list since high school. And to find a motorcycle jacket from that era, or even look close to that era, and not be mangled, is like virtually hard to find. And I came across both of them. Like I said, it must have been divine intervention from the Hart family. So, if you guys are watching, thank you very much. Thank you, Bret, for everything that you've brought to the business. I hope I do a costume proud of you. Like I said, but this has been on for a while now because I never thought I would actually find a jacket like this, but I did, and I'm like super excited. Okay, so I did say 4. These two are kind of lumped together, and once you see it, hopefully you guys can hear me. Once you see it, you guys are going to understand, or at least some of you will understand. Now, I was given some videos to borrow to watch. I watched them. They were good. It wasn't my cup of tea, and I didn't want to step on toes at the time. But I'm a huge supporter. If you guys don't know the CTV, please, I'm going to put a link in my description. Please go friend them, because friendship is universal. But I did happen to find my own copies of the complete series and Final Battle to watch myself. And I don't know if this is the one I saw. I don't think so. I think there's one I'm missing. But because I don't think I got through all of this. And I think this is the one. I'll let you know. Oh no, this is with the alien kid. No. The one that kind of sticks out is, I guess, the first one, where you finally see the V, the first V printed. But I have my own copy now, which I'm very happy with, because it's a good series. It's not, hopefully I can join the ranks. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that was actually, wasn't a bad day. But like I said, the two jackets are what really got me. Alright, so let's see if we got anything new. Oh, let's see here. Oop, where am I? Right here. Okay. Let's take a look. Do we have anything new? No. Everyone's falling asleep, I think. Yeah, no one's nothing. I mean, I guess if I have to elaborate on any of the questions that were asked, that I haven't already mentioned or said, I'll go back to James's. Well, like I said, it's kind of hard to pick another one out of that, because they're all special to me in their own way. Let's see, if money wasn't a factor. Yeah, I don't have a dream cosplay or a dream costume. It would be more of a prop. What's your dream destination for vacation? I'll add one more to that one, Dave. Probably 5 would be New York or San Diego Comic-Con. Or even Dragon Con. So that would be like I said, number 5 for me, because I would want to do something with you guys. And since Dragon Con always seems to be around Labor Day and my birthday, and that's one of the things I'd like to do, is just hang with you guys for my birthday. Just really have a nice birthday. What is your most challenging costume you made? What would you have done differently to it if you had to make it again? No, the He-Man one definitely takes the cake. This is the first time I've actually worked with foam and sculpting it with an X-Acto knife. Like I said, I would most likely probably just outsource that to somebody else. It's getting to the 11 o'clock hour. I'm starting to get droopy now. But yeah, hopefully I can get this live instead of an after video. But anyway, it's been real. I'm gonna call it a night because I think I've been at this for about a half hour now. I know well, my timer says almost 45 minutes, so let me cut this short, and hopefully I see you guys at the conventions. There's a lot of good local ones coming up. There's Hartford Comic Con, which is September 24th. There's Rhode Island Comic Con, that's in November. New York Comic Con is pretty much sold out. Dragon Con, like I had mentioned, that's around Labor Day. That's in Atlanta, so that's not really local either. This Connecticut is not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Will I be there? I don't know. But I guess to end this, I really want to do this again next Friday. And without information or even questions or whatnot, I really can't function with this, and I really would love to make a go at being that one person. I do have ideas for what I'd like to do, and that'd be maybe make a basic prop, the DIY, maybe some geeky cooking, some nerdtastic drinks, just something. Even just talking to you guys like this, like I said, hopefully I can get the live working, and I don't have to do this as an afterthought, or an after video where you guys are sending in questions and you don't have immediate answers for them. And it's kind of annoying, but yeah, I think I definitely want to try to get to. No, not try. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it every Friday. I'm going to kind of do this video or live video or something. So I want to get to know you guys. I want to be able to do more with me, with this persona of Fairfax Felix. I want to meet a lot of you, and I've been very fortunate to meet a good handful of you in person, but the majority of you I've never had the pleasure of shaking your hand or even saying, hey, what's up, or even meeting you in person. I know I've made tentative plans to go to possibly Metropolis, Illinois next year. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I want to make this as fun as possible. And like I said, I have a whole bunch of ideas to do this with. Definitely want to implement something called Find Fairfax, to where I'm at a convention and you have to find me. And I'm not going to say I'm going to have like a huge thing on me oh yeah, here's a trophy. No, I might have like a retro pack of cards, like, hey, congratulations, can we get a picture, so you're the first one to find Fairfax. So do something like that. I love to have fun. I love to have games, play with people, interact with people, get to know them. I love languages. I love people. And like I said, if we can just all learn to just love one another, respect each other, I respect everyone's decisions in life. Maybe we will have first contact. Alright, guys. I'm gonna get out. Peace. And good journey. And as always, pass along the word for the page. I'm always loving to see that there's a new person discovering my page and whatnot. And like I said, hopefully more content will get there. We'll start with this, and then we'll roll into something on Tuesdays, something's on Wednesdays, Mondays, to where it's like I've got something going on every single day for this page. But remember, tell them Fairfax sent you.